Greetings from the west side. Hello, wonderful people. It's been so long since I brushed on your screens with wonderful news in the world of scholarship. And I just want to take a moment to apologize for the break. We didn't inform you, but yet we had a little break. Maybe it was a lot for most of you. However, you've been so patient with us. You've still been sharing the links. You've still been joining the channel. We're so thankful. We are very, very thankful. And also, we know that we have to keep the good work up. And we are grateful for each and every one of you that reach out to us via our email, WhatsApp contacts to thank us for sharing the opportunities. Trust us, we understand how difficult it can be to get financial assistance to pursue higher heights as far as academics are concerned or education for a fact is concerned. So we would stop at nothing to keep providing more opportunities. But guess what? After that break we are back again, bigger and better. We are interested in bringing more and more and more opportunities. Now, we are not going to focus on only scholarship opportunities, but we are going to focus on opportunities worldwide, opportunities that could give you the chance to do more, right? Not only academically, but also skills wise. So, if you get what I mean, just make sure that you stay tuned. And as you've subscribed, you keep getting updates, notifications, at least 2 times a week to, uh, you know, make up for the space we left when we went. So when we went on that break. So yeah, just stay tuned, stay tuned, stay tuned. Today, I'm here with another opportunity that you can't afford to miss. Now, imagine you get a scholarship and upon graduation, you are 90% sure, or let's say 85% sure of getting employed. Don't you think that's a great opportunity? Yes, I'm talking about the Standard Bank Group Bursary Program, and we are currently in their page. Mind you, the link has not been taken away from the description box. We always make sure that we keep the link in the description box. So, of course, if you click on that link, this is the very first page you're going to see. I don't know the kind of software or search engine you'd be using, but hey, this is similar, right? So just follow the procedures, and at the end of the day, be sure to get your hands on this particular scholarship, which will guarantee your access to employment right after graduation. That is if and only if you put in the hard work whilst you're studying. So let's talk about the Standard Bank Group Bursary Program. Before anything, just know that the Standard Bank is one of the largest or biggest banks with a lot of assets in Africa, right? Their headquarters is in Johannesburg, and that's South Africa. But you see a lot of branches in several other African countries. So we would see more of the eligibility criteria right here. But just know that this scholarship is available for undergraduate and postgraduate students. So if you're a postgraduate student, don't go away. This scholarship is also for you. If you're an undergraduate student too, just stay tuned. So let's go deeper. Now, the Standard Bank Group Bursary Program is designed to promote academic excellence and shape the next generation of African talents and African leaders. Now, the Group Bursary considers undergraduate and postgraduate studies in the fields of 1. Agriculture, 2. Commerce, 3. Engineering, 4. Mathematics, 5. Science. And when we say science, we mean actuarial science, analytics science, business science, computer science, data science, information science, and also statistics, also technology, that's financial technology, information technology, and the disciplines in the emerging field of behavioral economics. So we have economics, behavioral finance, sociology, psychology, and neuroscience. So if you find yourself in any of these fields, then please hold on to this opportunity tighter because it's just for you. Now, the bursary beneficiaries will be required to work for the Standard Bank if they receive an offer of employment by the bank upon graduation. What more could you ask for? This is an opportunity which is one of the kind. So I believe right now you are interested to know more, but also we cannot do away with knowing more details concerning the eligibility criteria. So let's look at the eligibility criteria for the undergraduate bursary. So the undergraduate bursary is specific to students that are on track to successfully complete their first year and require funding from their second year of studies onwards. So this is the undergraduate bursary is for students who have completed first year. So you've completed first year and you're about to move to second year, right? But you need funding from your second year onwards. So if it's a 4 years program, you need funding for second year, third year, and fourth year. You need to apply for this, or you are eligible, right, to apply for this. Now, applicants should be well-rounded with strong academic results in funded qualifications, right? So we looked at the funded qualifications right here. So they're just saying that you need to make sure that you have good academic results, right, in order to get this scholarship. Now, the minimum selection criteria: applicant must have achieved an average of 65% and above in latest examinations. So just make sure that the examinations that was conducted by the school or the university, you have about your average is 65%, right? If it's below 65%, this might not be the scholarship for you. Now, applicants must be registered for full-time undergraduate studies. So it is not for people who are now going to pursue their undergraduate studies or something. It's for people who have already been registered, right? Now, applicants will be required to participate in a formal assessment process, including but not limited to psychometric evaluation and an interview. If you ask me what psychometric evaluation is, honestly, let me be vulnerable to you. I do not know. But psychometric, maybe mind measuring evaluation, yes, and then interview, something like that. So if you're interested, do more research about psychometric evaluation. But just know that right after that evaluation, you would also have an interview. See, they are going to give you the scholarship. They are going to offer you an employment upon graduation. So they need to make sure that you are the right person, right? Great. Now, financial need is considered in applications. You need to make sure that you're a brilliant but needy student because they are going to consider that. Now, for the postgraduate bursary, the Standard Bank Group Bursary provides full cost bursaries to financially deserving and academically sound students wishing to pursue postgraduate studies in the funded study fields. The funded study fields have already been discussed. Now, the minimum selection criteria is that applicants must have achieved an average of 65% and above in the latest examinations. Applicants must register for full-time postgraduate studies at a public South African institution of higher learning. Please take note, at a public South African institution of higher learning. Now, applicants will be required to participate in a formal assessment process, included but not limited to psychometric evaluation and interview. So when they say included but not limited to, it means there could be other assessments, right? But these are the major ones that you be undergoing. So you take note of that and prepare towards that. Now, financial need is also considered in application. So these are the bursary details. The Standard Bank Group Bursary Fund is a full cost bursary covering the following study and study related costs. So, university fees, accommodation in a university residence or a private accommodation. Now, private accommodation cost will be subject to certain limits to be explained to successful candidates upon the provisional bursary allocation. So see, for the accommodation, it's going to cover for both university residence or private accommodation, but there will be a limit to the private accommodation cost. But then it is worth explaining it to only those who get it. That's why they have not provided much information about that here. So the meals provided by the university or self-catering, it will be taken care of. Books and other study materials too, a laptop computer, a monthly stipend to cover other living costs, and transport between home and campus 4 times a year at the cost of a bus ticket. Wow, that will also be covered. So the selection criteria, as we've stated already, the Standard Bank Group Bursary Fund is specific to students that require funding for their second, third, and final year of undergraduate studies, as well as for students pursuing their postgraduate studies up to master's level. Now, applicants should be well-rounded with strong academic results in the fields of agriculture, commerce, engineering, mathematics, science. The science courses to have been highlighted there: statistics, technology, and the disciplines in the emerging fields of behavioral economics. Now, applicants should have a 65% aggregate. Applicants must register to full-time studies, and financially deserving applicants will be considered. So, if you want to apply, this is how to apply. So, applicants must be completed on Study Trust online. Applications must be completed on Study Trust's online application platform before 30th September to be considered for a bursary for next year. So that means the deadline, 30th September. You have a lot of months, but don't be fooled. The months will come very soon. So don't postpone if you have all the documents required, right, to apply for this. Follow the apply here button at the bottom to provide the required information and upload your supporting documents. Now, the following documents will have to be uploaded. So the certified copy of ID, proof of all academic results to date, grade 12 certificates and full tertiary academic record, and a proof of combined household income. Carefully read the instructions on the bursary application page before beginning your application. So if you want to do that, you apply there. So let's be a little curious and see the information we'll be providing, right? So let me click apply here. Okay, so guys, let me just clarify something. This scholarship is actually for South African students. So if you're not a South African student, this is not for you. But just know that we are currently on the Study Trust platform. You reckon we were told that the Study Trust Plus platform is where we would actually get to apply for the Standard Bank Bursary Program. So the Study Trust platform does not only host the Standard Bank program, it hosts several other bursary programs, or let's say scholarships as a whole. So if we take time to read the instructions, just as we were told in the previous page, I'm sure we will get more clarity on how we are going to do the choosing as far as the Standard Bank Bursary Program is concerned. So this is more information about the bursary application. So as you can see, the Study Trust manages several bursaries and scholarships on behalf of trusts, foundations, and private and corporate donors. Now, more information on the various opportunity selection criteria is provided on the bursary pages, and applicants are asked to identify their first and second preferred bursary scholarships, but all applicants will be considered for all opportunities they qualify for. Now, the Study Trust accepts only one application for all the bursaries in their portfolio. This means that they will consider your application for all sponsors that you qualify for, and they encourage you to apply for as many bursaries outside of Study Trust as possible to broaden your chances of access. Now, the application for most bursary and scholarship opportunities close on the 30th September, which is the deadline, even for the Standard Bank Bursary Program. So, there are some exceptions as indicated on the bursary pages. So, like, there are so many things we could talk about in this Study Trust platform, but I would encourage you to read more about it so that you can get more information. I've already tried accessing the forms and all that, but I am unable to do that because I'm not a South African. Most of the times, your ID is required and other important information is required to register, including your phone number. So if you do not have the South African phone number, you also don't have the ID card, it will be difficult for you to register. So yeah, this is how far I can go. And thank you all for staying tuned. I'm so much grateful for this. And as we said, just hold on. There will be more and more and more information. Thank you all so much for staying tuned. Mind you, the link is in the description box. So don't hesitate. Now, also don't hesitate to send us comments, questions, and if we have the right answers, we will provide them within 48 hours. Thank you so much. See you next time.